America goes for funding. Your direct nationwide lender, Angelo Christian, give us a call or text my office, 832 431 6331. Today we're talking about in times of war, what actually happens to real estate and interest rates in the credit market. So you recently saw, over the weekend, what's going on with Israel and Iran and America, and that America, the U.S. has struck Iran. And there's been a lot of concerns about what's going to happen with interest rates, what's going to happen with gas prices. And so I want to talk about this tonight because it's kind of really interesting. There's been a phenomenal correlation with war times and mortgage rates. So I thought it was important because of what's happening right now in the world. And it's kind of a scary time because a lot of people are worried about what's going to happen with gas prices. There's been a lot of predictions that gas prices are going to shoot up to over $8 a gallon inside the United States. And then also on top of that, that real estate prices will sink and that mortgage rates will sink. So I wanted to talk about this today. So from the inception of the times of war back into the 1900s until today, there is a 73% correlation whenever there was a war that breaks out and interest rates going down. So when war happens, interest rates actually they sink. They don't go up, they sink. The stock market sinks, and usually there's a 42% drop in the stock market, and there's over a 200 basis point reduction in mortgage rates. So let's kind of break this down because I know it's a lot of heavy math and thinking. So what we saw, like for example, when the U.S. Struck Iran, the 10-year Treasury dropped by over 53 basis points. That dropped interest rates by almost a 0.5%. Now, it depends on obviously the circumstances that are revolving around the war, how long it lasts, how deep it is. Obviously, they've already called for a ceasefire. But if that war would have been systemic and ongoing for a year or two, you could have seen interest rates drop as much as 2%. So obviously people get scared, they pull their money out of the stock market. That's basically what it's saying, is that the stock market sinks and equities go down, and so bonds are rising because people are doing a flight to quality. Gold prices soar, and because of that, interest rates end up going down. So if you would have locked your rate in the last couple of days, you would have gotten a lower interest rate because of what happened. And that's what the correlations are showing, like in World War One, World War Two, the Gulf War, Vietnam War, all these different wars, that interest rates went down significantly. But it's extremely difficult to time that and figure out exactly when that's going to happen. But the surprising thing is to understand, if a war is to continue to happen. Let's say that this war was continued ongoing for the rest of this year in 2025, a lot of people would pull their money out of the stock market, a lot of investors, a lot of institutions, and they would obviously proceed to more flights to quality, such as gold, such as bonds, and you would see interest rates drop. And so if you're getting a 5.5% rate, and now you're going to a 4.5% rate, that's a 1% reduction in the interest rate. That would lower your payment on a $500,000 loan by $500 per month. And sometimes you catch opportunities like that where something happens in the world and there's a massive rate drop, and you can lock in quickly and take advantage of that, and you can get a lower interest rate. Sometimes that happens. And so you never know for sure how long it's going to last for, but you can lock in an interest rate for usually as much as 60 days and be guaranteed to get that rate. So if you locked in your rate on Tuesday and you got a lower mortgage rate, you'd be guaranteed to get that rate through like the middle of August, even if rates went back up. Because after the ceasefire was called, interest rates popped back up, and then you would have missed that 2-day window to lock in your interest rate. So, but if you would have locked it in, you could have locked it in as long as 60 days, and then you would have been guaranteed that rate. So it's kind of an interesting phenomenon to see what can actually happen. Of course, nobody knows for sure, but this same thing happened, back when we had the Gulf War. when George Bush was president. Interest rates dropped almost 3% during the Gulf War. With Iraq. So at that time, interest rates were as high as 7%, and they dropped as low as 3.9%. And gold prices rose by over 43%. So, and that actually happened. That was asked for the time period was over a year that you could have got that lower of interest rate. If this war continues to persist and there's retaliation, there's systemic things that happen with other countries, you could see interest rates stay lower and the chance for you to lock in at a lower interest rate. We offer nationwide lending, like we do commercial lending, we do residential lending, we do private lending, all these different types of financing packages where if you lock in that rate, you're guaranteed to get that interest rate depending on the time frame that you lock in, because we have all these different type of programs that we offer. So if we can obviously help you with any type of financing packages for any of these products, please feel free to reach out to us. You can call or text our office at 832-431-6331. And then, like I said, we also have our loan partner program. If you want to get signed up with us to become an approved loan partner, you can get paid for your referrals. We also have our loyalty reward program through Amazon gift cards. If you're a partner, a customer, or a vendor with us, and you go online to Angelo Christian Mortgage and you give us a free 5-star review, we'll give you a Amazon gift card, for being a customer or partner of ours. Or if you want to learn more about real estate, you want to get involved into Real Estate University, we have our platform that we built to become a top producing lender with Angelo Christian on our Real Estate University platform. So we have all these different ways to help you with our funding, with our university, with our loan partner referral program, with our Amazon rewards. So if we can work with you in any way to add value, like I said, please subscribe, enable notifications, like that bell, share this information, get it out there with other people to help, to grow our following, our channel. We're here to, add value, get you the knowledge, get you more information so you can be successful, so if you can grow your business. We do all different types of financing, from investor loans, DSCR, private lending, non-QM, no documentation. So if we can help you in any way to add value, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. All of our links are down below to Angelo Christian, to Real Estate Insider, our website, official Angelo Christian. You can also see us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok with Angelo Christian Mortgage. So please reach out to us if we can help you in any way to add value. Give us a call, text my office. Don't forget to subscribe, enable notifications, like that bell. If we can help you guys, call, text my office at 832-431-6331. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching the channel. We'll see y'all again next week. Thank you so much.